This is the gear list video that nobody asked for. Let's get into it. Alright, so basically I have my pack pretty much all the way packed, except I don't have it packed exactly the way that I want it, you know, the order which goes into the bag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unpack it, talk about each thing, each piece of gear, and then I'm going to repack it the way I want it packed. So I figured I'd knock out two birds with one stone, make this video and reorganize. Let's get into this front mesh pocket here. First of all, I have a hat. I don't necessarily like this hat too much, but it is my favorite color, as you can probably tell with the color of my pack, everything that I'm wearing, orange. So I'm bringing this hat just because I like the color of it. All my stakes, these are all just your run-of-the-mill aluminum stakes. These particular ones came from hammockgear.com when I bought my Rainfly. Speaking of Rainflies, this is a Hammock Gear Rainfly. Well, basically what it is a Dyneema fiber tarp, 12-foot ridgeline. I have it set up with a few mods that I made myself. I really love this tarp. Super lightweight. I don't know the exact weight of it, but it's, you know, for as big as it is light as a feather. So, love this tarp. Here's my cook pot. Alright, this is the Vargo Titanium Bot 700. It's got a screw top lid. It is watertight. I got this after watching Liz Kidder, her through hiking series. Because I'm also going stoveless, I decided I was going to get this cook pot. And the reason why it's important for a stoveless setup is that it has a screw top lid with a gasket that makes it watertight. That way I can cold soak in this, or if I'm able to just make a small campfire, I can still cook with this, boil water and whatnot. But for the vast majority of the time, I can use it for cold soaking. This is pretty much my whole cook system right here, because I don't really plan on doing a lot of cooking. Alright, that's everything that I have in this mesh pocket right now. Two things that I am missing, they're still coming in the mail. They should be here today. Rain gear, what did I get? Some Frog Togs, Extreme, Ultralight, something or other, and some Crocs. Well, that's not rain gear, but those are my camp shoes. I got a pair of just regular old Crocs. Alright, so what do we got in these pockets here? Oh, water filter. Sawyer Squeeze water filter. This one has never been used. I am familiar with these water filters. I've used them a bunch and I really like them, and typically how I carry them is just on like a smart water bottle. I don't bother using the squeeze bags because they always break. It's just more convenient for me to just go ahead and put it on the water bottle itself and drink straight from the filter. That's just how I prefer to do it, and I know I'm not the only one who does that. And it was just in this pouch right here just because I normally have my water bottle in that pouch. But I don't have a water bottle with me right now. So, Sawyer Squeeze water filter. Oh, socks. So I guess we're going to get into clothing here, and I'll put this away until then. That was just in that pocket because I didn't feel like opening my bag yet when I knew I was doing this video. It's an extra stake, and it's my cat hole digger. This has more uses than an actual just a trowel, and it works just fine for digging up soil and whatnot. So if I ever lost a stake, I can use this. Let's see. Oh, here we go. So this is my headlamp. It is a ThruNite TH20. It takes one AA battery. You can get a rechargeable battery for this. I, however, never bothered to do that. It does not have a red light function. This has a half lumen function. I believe, and I've gone to other tent sites and whatnot, I believe that a half lumen function does the same thing. It doesn't, you know, wake up other people. It's not very bright, and typically I just use that for reading. After my eyes have adjusted and I'm getting up early before the sun comes up, I can pack up camp and be able to see what I'm doing with the half lumen function on this. Other than that, I really don't plan on using anything much higher than that unless I happen to be night hiking or really early morning hiking, which I don't plan to do a lot of, you know, but it's important to have the capability of doing so. So anyway, this is the ThruNite TH20. And now, this is the Garmin inReach Mini Iridium satellite communicator. What's cool about this is because it's an Iridium satellite communicator, anywhere on the entire globe, this is so they say, As long as I have a clear view of the sky, I can send and receive messages as an SOS function, as a tracking function, which I will be using for the fundraising aspect of my hike. I can give weather updates with it, I can send text messages, I can receive text messages. Also, it pairs to my smartphone, and I can get maps, and I can actually navigate. This is mainly for keeping my friends and family at home sane, so they're not worrying about me. And it's for the tracking function of the fundraiser that I will be doing simultaneous with my hike. Let's see, I don't have anything in these pockets right now. So I am a hammock camper. I do sleep in a hammock and I love it. I wouldn't ever do anything different unless it was necessary. But I do have a full-size accordion Thermarest Z-Lite pad. And this serves a lot of purposes. People who have these know they are very lightweight. They weigh practically nothing. They're a little bulky, but that's okay. The purposes this serves: one, if I want to take a break, I use it as a sit pad. A lot of people have those smaller sit pads. They're like, I don't know, about that big, just big enough for your butt. This one I carry because a lot of times I like to lean on something, lean against a tree, or lay down in the grass or something like that. And I don't want to get all muddy, so I could actually just lay down on this and protect my clothing from getting wet or muddy or torn up from tree bark or something like that. That by itself wouldn't be a good enough reason for me personally to carry a full-size one. That's just one reason. Another reason is because of my sleep system in my hammock. I have a 3/4 underquilt, which we'll get into also when I go through all my down stuff. My 3/4 underquilt from Hammock Gear covers from about the back of my neck to the back of my knees. And what I do is I have one side rolled up a little bit and the other side goes up the hammock. And this part is where the back of my knees goes. So this thicker part keeps my knees from kind of bending in like this, because unlike the majority of people who hammock camp, I don't sleep on a diagonal. I sleep just like a banana. That's how, personally, I've been doing it for years, and that's how I get the most comfortable sleep. I'm weird like that. Don't judge me. Anywho, that paired with using as a sit pad are the two reasons why I justify carrying a full-size Z-Lite pad instead of just a sit pad. My trekking poles, they're collapsed right now, obviously. These are Lecky, what does it say on the side here? Lecky Speedlock, cork handled. They've taken them on several trips. The tungsten carbide tips have not worn down at all, although the plastic, these mud baskets are getting chewed up a bit. They still got plenty of life in them, but you can tell they've been used. And these, I love them. Before I ever started hiking with trekking poles, I was very slow. I'm still pretty slow. Every time I start hiking uphill and I use these, I'm just like turbo mode engaged. I just start blasting up the hill, you know what I mean? These, I love them. I wouldn't hike without them. Maybe one day I'll only go down to one, but as it is now, I love having both. And I have my duct tape on this one. That's what this orange little collar is. And then my food bag. So I got the Z-Packs bear bagging kit. Nothing in it right now. I got mine in green just because I really like the orange and green kind of color scheme. So anyway, this comes with, if you don't already know, the dry bag for all your food. I don't remember how many liters it is, but it's big. That'll last. And then it comes with a rock bag here. You fill this with rocks and then some slick line. So I've not used this kit yet, so the say that 10 times fast. The slick line is still wrapped up and whatnot. I've not used it yet. Comes with great reviews. A lot of people use them on the trail, so that's what I'm going to use. Okay, let's get into the bag now. Well, first, I guess we can talk about what is this bag. This is the Z-Packs Arc Hull. It is waterproof. I can't tell you the material it's made of because I did all this research forever ago. Once I ordered it, I deleted that from my brain. It's very lightweight. I think it weighs about a little less or a little more than 1.5 pounds, completely empty. I haven't gone on a hike with it, but I have done some mileage just around the block in my neighborhood wearing this, and I love it. It wears comfortably. You can see this is what they call the arc here, right here. So I can set that arc Then it's got this mesh back to it, which allows for ventilation through there. It's a fantastic pack. I absolutely love it. And it's just got a roll top closure. So it's just like a big old dry bag, you know, by itself. They say it's 100% waterproof. I don't know about that yet. I have no reason to believe that it's not. I'm not taking it out in the rain yet. I do believe that it's 100% waterproof, or at least, you know, 98% waterproof. If some gets in there, you know, no big deal. Because inside of here, I have a big old yellow drumliner trash bag. And that's where I put everything that I want to make absolutely sure that I do not get wet. So for instance, I got some things just thrown in here. Like I said, it's not packed the way I necessarily want it to be packed right now. This is my hammock. I'll show you more about the hammock when I go to set it up, but this is my hammock. It is a DIY hammock. I made it myself, and it's got a bug net from Dutchware Gear, the Franke bug net bottom entry, and tree straps, 8-foot poly tree straps from Anti-Gravity Gear. Here is my underquilt. So we were talking earlier about my sleep system. This is my hammock gear, 3/4 underquilt right here. And here is my top quilt. So again, you can tell what my favorite color is. This is a full length top quilt from Hammock Gear also. It's got a sewn foot box. So you can see right there, it's not zippered, it's sewn. I believe this is a 20-degree top quilt, and the underquilt is 30-degree. Some people might say that that is under-prepared for the temperatures that can be expected on the trail from middle of March. I had this out here just a day or two ago. 17 degrees, very windy, and I was toasty and very warm. So, you know, it depends on the person, really. And I find that this system works fine for me down into, you know, when it dips into the teens. What else we got in here? Clothes bag, here we go. So obviously right now I'm wearing my day clothes, my hiking clothes. Inside of this bag are my sleeping clothes. And by the way, you can consider this bag to be a luxury item. You know, I could just throw the clothes in here like I do with my quilts, but this bag is special because this bag is lined with fleece. So it's very soft. And what I can do is when I change into my sleeping clothes and I put my hiking clothes into this bag, I can roll it back up, right? And then it becomes my pillow in the hammock. And I've tried sleeping in my hammock without a pillow. I can do it. It's not a big deal, but I'm a heavy side sleeper, and I can side sleep in my hammock just fine, but I need a pillow to do it. Inside here, I have a merino wool base layer top, and I also have the merino wool base layer pants, the leggings. I'm wearing them right now. I'm gonna try and see if I can just wear them day and night. We'll see how that pans out. I have extra hiking socks. These ones are the Injinji toe socks. Right now I'm wearing some Darn Tough socks, and earlier you saw me pull out basically the exact same pair of Darn Tough socks. So these, I'm carrying 3 hiking socks. That might be overkill, we'll see. And then I got 2 pair of, these are just, what are they, Russell brand boxers. Russell Brand, isn't he a comedian? They're just synthetic, you know, nothing special about them. I got them for Christmas. Why buy extra underwear when I got underwear that works? This is what's called a silk weight long sleeve t-shirt. I'll wear this probably over top of my long sleeve merino wool top base layer. But I also plan on wearing this while hiking in the summer when the weather gets just unbearably hot. It's just a good, real thin layer. Then same thing with these shorts. These are the Patagonia hiking shorts. I got a small zipper pouch in the back, drawstrings in the front. It's got this liner. I don't care for the liner, just like all my bathing suits, swim trunks. I usually cut the liner out, but I don't know, maybe the liner serves more of a purpose for these. I haven't done it yet. They're very comfortable, very lightweight, and so I plan on sleeping in these during the winter, and then during the summer I'll probably be hiking in these. And then I got 2 pair of sleeping socks. Both of them they're identical sleeping socks. They are the Smart Wool I don't know exactly what cut you'd call these. They come halfway up my calves. Very thick, very warm, very cushy. 100% wool. I love them. They keep my feet real nice and cozy at night. Oh, and while we're still on the topic of sleep clothes, this hat. This is a Smart Wool, 100% merino wool. I really like it for sleeping. And you know, it's really thin and really light, but so sometimes though it gets too warm and I have to take it off. But for sleeping, I love it because I can unfold it and pull it all the way down and barely any light gets through this. If the moon's really bright or if someone's got a flashlight out, any light that'll wake me up, because I'm a light sleeper. If something wakes me up, I have a hard time going back to sleep, and so if it's a light issue, I can pull those down. It's like wearing a blindfold. It doesn't, I'm just not bothered by it. And so I love it for that. One last thing inside the compactor bag. This is my electronics bag. So in here, that's where this should be, and this also. I have all my gear to recharge everything, and so basically this is my phone charger. I have an Anker 21,000 milliamp hour, where's it say? I'm sorry, 20,100 milliamp hour battery pack with 2 USB ports and a charging port. So here I have just 2 different cables here. They're both, you know, oh wow, I have 3 different cables here. They're all basically the same cable. Basically all my other gear, like my GPS, my camera, battery charger here, and what else? Oh, and my battery bank itself. All use this same type of plug, so I carry 3 of them. Plus, I carry my phone charger, and I carry this. This is an Anker wall charger. It's some quick thing, I don't know. But it's got 4 USB ports, so I can plug in all 4 of my electronics that I need to charge into one outlet and charge them all. So I don't have to go searching for a bunch of outlets. I can find one outlet, charge everything at once with this. This is my camera bag. Right now my camera obviously is on this tripod here. Right now I have attached to it my UltraPod 2 tripod. I think I bought this because Shug Emery on YouTube in one of his older videos recommended it maybe. I think it was him. Anyway, I love this thing. It's great. I can strap it to a tree. I can use it as a monopod for this kind of thing. I can use it as a tripod itself. So I take this with on all my adventures. I love this thing. Let's talk about the bag. So this bag is a little bit heavy, but it's padded. So it will protect my camera a little bit better because this is a camera bag. But one thing that's really cool about it is back here I can reach out and then this comes out. What is that? It is a rain cover. So if it's raining real hard, I can protect my camera and all my camera batteries and all my camera gear with a built-in Sil Nylon rain cover that goes over the bag itself. This is a Lowepro bag. Yeah, Lowepro is the brand name, Lowepro bag. And it'll strap right to the waistband, my backpack here. So I can open it up, take my camera out, put my camera back, reach in here, grab my batteries. I got some extra batteries, and I've got a memory card wallet here. And then on my camera itself, my camera is a Panasonic G85, and my microphone is a Rode Video Micro with the Dead Cat wind sock thing on there. I've taken the compactor bag, which is now empty, out of the pack. And these are the things that made me really want to repack my bag, was because they all fell to the bottom. Last couple pieces, I have a small first aid kit in it. I just have some antibiotic cream, some aspirin, some ibuprofen, which I have labeled as drugs. A small thing of bug repellent, not a whole lot of anything. The whole thing doesn't weigh very much. It's got a space blanket in there. I'll probably end up doing away with a lot of this stuff, but for now, I'm keeping it because it makes my mother happy that I have it. I have my AWOL guide, Northbound 2019 edition. Pretty self-explanatory. This is my trail guide. I have that. And then an incomplete toiletry set. So I still need, obviously I need some TP, but I also need toothpaste and hand sanitizer. I didn't have any on hand, so I still got to get those. That's what that is. And that's it. This bag is empty now. Like I said, weighs like, oh man, that weighs nothing. Anywho, so I'm gonna pack all this back up, and then I'm gonna take you over here and I'm gonna show you how I set up my hammock and tarp.